We will never forget 2020. I'll tell you that, man. Ah.
It's LeahMouseVlog, LeahMouseVlog, it's LeahMouse's vlog.
Hey guys! Right off the bat, I'm just gonna say I'm sorry for the weird lighting in here, but like my window is right here. It's middle of the afternoon, the sun's right over here, and it's just kind of going like so there's no counteracting light on this side to like not be so intense. Wait, maybe if I hold on. Oh, why you gotta, oh, there's a third one. I'm learning things. There we go. Is that a little better? I feel better about it. I can sleep better tonight knowing that I changed that because, you know, it's such a big deal. We've got a teeny Houdini right behind me. She's sleeping on her little blankie. He's so nice. Well, she's not sleeping anymore because Mama came in and started being all loud and goofy. Sorry, Houdini. Oh, that's nice. She's so soft. Anyways, so if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, then you already know this. Today, I got vaccinated. And that might not seem like a big deal, but it is for a few reasons. One, I tend to keep to myself my personal opinions about things of a political nature, and that doesn't necessarily mean just like strictly politics themselves, but I mean so many things can be political without involving like actual politics. And I feel like a lot of the stuff revolving around COVID and the vaccine have been sort of in the gray area of political, at least in my opinion, because I saw it as kind of a division between people, you know, because some people were like super pro wearing masks and taking health precautions and stuff, you know, like we should have been, you know, it was the right thing to do. And then other people were like super anti-mask for whatever reason, because they thought it was some sort of like government mind control or something. I still don't understand that mindset, but whatever. It's just a piece of cloth, you know, who cares? But when it came to the vaccine, I think that it was the same sort of divide. And I'm not gonna say that I was 100% on the anti-vaccine side, but I definitely had my toe in that water more so than the other side. It's not that I thought the vaccine was a bad idea, because obviously pandemic, sickness, you know, we got to get it under control somehow, right? So, you know, the vaccines obviously are the way to do that, medically speaking, since some people can't be bothered to wash their hands or wear a mask or social distance, you know, so that clearly didn't work, so we had to do a vaccine. And they would have come up with a vaccine anyway, I'm sure. So personally, I mean, I'm definitely not an anti-vaxxer. I have gotten up-to-date tetanus shots, whooping cough, diphtheria shots. It's called the Tdap shot, I believe. I think I'm saying that right. I think the one for children is the D-tap shot, and I think the adult one is the Tdap. I might be mixing them up, I don't know, but both of them exist, and I always get them confused. So I apologize if I'm misspeaking about whichever one I got, but I definitely am up to date on those vaccines. I've gotten them twice, and I've gotten, you know, other vaccines as like a kid, a teenager, whatever. So I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I think the vaccinations are extremely important for a lot of different reasons. However, when it comes to like personal things that don't involve like, you know, things resulting in death, like the flu, for example, I realized that the influenza virus can be deadly for some people. It is a serious virus. It always has been. You know, historically, it's wiped out people, you know, by the hundreds, thousands, I don't know. I'm not good at history. But, you know, the influenza has always been kind of a serious deal. And you know, it's, so, you know, getting your flu shot is something that people do every year. So, you know, you don't get the flu and you don't, you know, spread the flu. But I mean, it's definitely not as contagious as, you know, the COVID-19 virus. But personally, I have never actually gotten a flu shot ever in my life. And I've also never gotten the flu. So I'm that person. I'm extremely healthy. I just have a really good immune system. I have really good white blood cells. I'm a very healthy human being. I don't typically get sick. I handle viruses very well. COVID is not the only virus that I have had to deal with in my life. I've had several others, which I won't get into, but you guys know about my shingles. I had that around the same time I got COVID, so that was a fun time. That went really well too. It was just like a, you know, and even when we had COVID, JJ got it really bad. I didn't. I just basically was kind of sniffly and, you know, I lost my sense of smell and taste, and that was basically it. Like, I didn't actually get like super sick or anything. Now, having said that, when it came to the COVID vaccination, I didn't think that it was a bad idea en masse, because obviously it is important to get this under control, to help save the people who are immune compromised and have more susceptibility to viruses and sicknesses and everything like that. You know, it's not just about protecting yourself, it's about protecting people that you could infect who can't handle it as well as you can. So the whole mindset of, oh, I'm healthy and strong and I don't care if I get sick and I'll be fine, whatever, that's just a really selfish point of view, I think. So I got really upset at the people who just refused to wear masks and comply with the very basic CDC guidelines throughout this entire pandemic, you know what I mean? It was just so pig-headed, and I didn't understand that, you know? I don't get it. So the vaccine thing, personally for me, I didn't feel like I needed it. I didn't particularly want it. I was uncomfortable with a vaccine that was still so new. You know, I'll get a vaccination if I feel like I need it and if I feel like it's a good idea, but you know, these vaccinations that are available to us have been around for so long, and they know the long-term effects, they know the side effects, they know how it's gonna go. This one is so new, I was wary of it, I admit it. I don't know how it's gonna go in my body, but also that shouldn't matter, and that's why I ended up getting the vaccine. So this is a big deal, because this is not only something that is a measure I'm taking to keep myself healthy, which I am sort of one of those people who's like, okay, if I get sick, I'll handle it well, I know my body, I should be okay. If I'm not, well, then that's on me and that's my own stupidity. But you know, we have to think about more than just ourselves right now, because again, you can infect someone else, even if you have no symptoms at all, you know, someone else who could die from it, and you don't want to do that. You just don't want to do that. I think it's important to know that all of the people who are very pro-vaccine and got it right away and are pushing other people to get it, you know, like my mom, Kevin, they're both like really, you know, vaccine oriented. They both got theirs a long time ago, and they kept kind of pushing a little bit for me to get it. They're like, you should get it, you should get it, you should get it. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to. I'm sorry, but I don't really want to. And then of course, when I told both of them that I was gonna get it, you know, my mom asked me, she's like, well, what changed your mind? And I'm like, well, nothing changed my mind. I still feel the same way, but I'm going to get it regardless of how I feel, because with the new Delta variant out and everything, and everything seems to be headed into another lockdown situation. We don't know, but it's getting bad again. It might be getting bad again. We're kind of coasting away from the safe zone right now. I was like, you know, it's just the responsible thing to do at this point. My mind has not changed. The only way in which my mind changed, I guess, was that I decided to get it versus saying, no, I'm not gonna get it. That's the only thing that changed. I still feel the same way about it. So I think that that is a big deal, because I was never a pro-COVID vaccine person. I'm not gonna urge other people to get it. It's your choice. It is 100% your choice. It's not my place to tell you to get it or not. But I think that it means more coming from somebody who did not want to get it, who still didn't really want to get it, who kind of, I made a tough decision for myself, I guess is what I'm saying. It doesn't mean as much coming from someone who has been like pro-vaccine since the first day, and they're trying to get everybody else to do it, and they're being the way they are about it. I'm not gonna say pushy. I understand their reasoning, I do. But it doesn't mean as much coming from someone who is an advocate already, who has gotten vaccinated. I feel like it was important for me to share with you guys that I got vaccinated, which I wasn't going to do. I wanted to keep it private. I wanted to keep my opinions about it private. I wanted to keep it all private, but I decided to tell you, I decided to make the video because I think it means a lot more coming from somebody who was not an advocate of the vaccine for me personally. In general, sure. Me personally, I didn't want to get it, but I did anyway, because I think that the greater good means more at the end of the day than my own personal opinion. I can't sit here and be selfish on my own little toadstool of glory and just be defiant and stubborn and irresponsible. That outweighs my own personal feelings and opinions about it, I think. Sometimes it's really not easy to do the right thing. In fact, most of the time it's not easy to do the right thing. That's why it's the right thing. It's harder to do something that is the right thing if you disagree with it, if you have feelings that go against it, if you're really not into it, if you're uncomfortable with it, if you're scared, whatever the reason, it's harder. It's much harder to do the right thing. But I did it. I have my little card right here. I'll show you. I'm covering up my last name and my birth date though. See? This is my card. I got it. I got the Moderna first dose. And got the Band-Aid to prove it right there, right on my Sherlock hat. And, you know, it wasn't bad. I didn't feel it going in. When she pulled it out, I felt it a little bit. I actually bit my fist. And she was surprised that I felt it. And I'm like, well, it's burning a little bit. Something was burning on the way out. I don't know what it was. So I don't know if the serum just kind of dispersed in like a way that just sort of zinged into my nerve endings or something. But yeah, it was a little burny at the end. It wasn't like intolerable or anything, but you know, most of the time she said that people don't even feel it and it's fine. So if you're scared, don't be scared. It doesn't hurt. You don't feel it really. It's not a big deal. I've had no side effects so far. I'm waiting till tomorrow though. Tomorrow we'll see how I feel and I will report back. Yeah, I just thought it was important to make a video and to put it out there as someone who did something they didn't want to do but decided that it was the right thing to do, even though I didn't want to. And like I said, I feel like that has a greater impact in the world than obviously someone who's an advocate for something and does it. So I'm not going to tell you to get the vaccine. I'm not going to tell you what to do. It is completely your choice, of course. But I do believe that it is the right thing at this point with the direction that we're headed with the new variant out there. And we don't want to keep living like this. You know, we don't want to have to go back to masks and lockdowns and isolations and plexiglass and no concerts and no sporting events. Like, I don't want to go back there. I know you don't either. We have plans this year, you know. Our Rammstein concert got pushed back 2 years. We were supposed to see them in 2020. And then they rescheduled it for this year. And then they pushed it now to 2022 because COVID. So we're still waiting to go to our Rammstein concert. We will have waited 2 years. And hopefully it actually will happen next year. You know, we're going down to Universal Studios for JJ's birthday in December. You know, we've got other plans coming up. We want to be able to make other plans. We want to be able to have gatherings and Halloween parties and Christmas parties and anything else. So that's why I think that getting the vaccine was the right thing to do. And I think that it is the right thing to do for everybody right now. But I'm not going to be preachy. I'm not going to be pushy. I'm not going to tell anybody to get that. But I do hope that if you have misgivings about it for any reason, I hope that this was a little bit of an inspirational push. If you needed one, maybe. If you don't get the vaccine, whatever, that's fine. That's your choice. I'm not going to judge anybody. I'm not here to judge anyone or tell anybody what to do. But I do hope that the more people who make the right decision will help get all of this under control, the only way that us poor little human beings can figure out how, because we are only human. We can only do so much against a global pandemic and a virus that just won't quit and can morph into other things. I guess I just really wanted to put that out there and hope that, you know, people can just do the right thing and we can help each other out. We have to come together again to do something about this. This is just it's getting unreal. It's getting ridiculous. You know, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. It needs to stop. We need to kick COVID in the teeth and get it the heck out of our lives, because this is ridiculous. I know it won't 100% ever go away, you know, just like the flu and other things. It'll be around, but hopefully it won't be such a thing. We will never forget 2020. I'll tell you that, man. We will never forget 2020. It's gonna be time-stamped in our brains for all eternity, and we will look back on it and just shake our heads and go, man, 2020. 2021 also, but you know, 2020 was the main one. That was the highlight of the, oh God. So I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're staying safe and healthy, and I hope you continue to stay safe and healthy. And I will keep you updated on if I have any side effects or, you know, what happens going further from here. I get my second shot in 4 weeks because it is the Moderna, and apparently that is the time gap between the shots. I don't know. I've heard some people say that they had some bad reactions the day after the second shot, so I have that to look forward to. But other than that, let's end this on a happy note, and you know what? Go check out my new Halloween candles, because they're out, they're awesome, and it's starting to feel like fall here, and I'm very excited. We haven't had to run the air conditioner in 2 days, and I'm very happy about that. I have the windows open. It's actually really chilly this morning when I got up to go to work. I was cold. I had to run the heat in the car, and it felt awesome. I was very happy. So I'm ready for some freaking pumpkins and some freaking apples and some freaking cider and some freaking jack-o'-lanterns and ghosts and, you know, just the stuff. I'm ready for the stuff. I'm ready for hocus pocus and fire log on the TV with the ambience and the crackling and everything like that. Let's get some Halloween candles. Go to Michael's, splurge, get some Halloween decor. Do things, do the happy things. I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. I love you all, and watch out for the sheep. I love that that's a thing now. That just brings me joy. It brings me so much joy. So vlog phrase of the day is ready for Halloween. Yeah, because I am ready for Halloween. And I know you are too. Okay, bye.